Frankenstein, the Monster Returns for the NES was released in 1991 by Bandai and is a loose continuation of the classic Mary Shelley story Frankenstein, but kinda with heavy fantasy action game elements mixed in it. The game is set years after the events of the novel. Frankenstein's monster, presumed long dead, has risen from the grave with new dark magical powers. Not only that, he's gathered an army of demons, undead creatures, and mythological beasts to conquer the land. Frankenstein's monster returns from the dead, kidnaps a woman named Emily, who's the love interest of the main protagonist, who's basically an unnamed hero, some sort of a swordsman or a knight, who the player takes control of. Along the way, you battle through haunted villages, forests, castles, fighting off classic monsters like Death, Medusa, even a dragon. The game is more of a side-scroller, does have some platforming elements involved. Each level is full of enemies and bosses. You collect power-ups, you get new weapons as you just start out with your fist, but you later gain swords and magic powers. Your goal is to defeat Frankenstein and rescue Emily. The game kind of gets knocked as being a cheap, poor man's version of the very popular Castlevania series, and by looking at it, it kind of resembles Castlevania in a lot of ways, because it does blend gothic horror with fantasy. It includes creatures from mythology, horror, and folklore, but unlike the Castlevania series, Frankenstein the Monster Returns is a more rare game on the NES and therefore will go for hefty prices on the secondary market. So let me know if you ever played Frankenstein the Monster Returns on the NES, or if you've ever even heard of it. It's kind of a rare game, not one that gets talked about very often at all. Honestly, if you don't compare it too hard to Castlevania, I don't think the game is really that bad. I think it tends to get hated on a little bit, but it's really not that bad of a game. It transforms the story of the novel into an action-packed side-scroller with heavy supernatural elements, and it's very much a product of the late 80s and early 90s video game craze. So let me know in the comments if you've ever played this one.